Welcome to a video. Right now it is currently 3:13 in the morning. I do want to say this is my second take. I did make a full 25-minute plus video, but I decided to scrap it. I will explain why in a minute. Let me mention that it is September 2nd, Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope y'all will have a great day. Man, about the why I made the second take is because we got to the part where I wrote down why not a regular job. I think I got too detailed, and I mean, with me it's okay, but I was talking about things that were going on with the government and I don't think I should be saying the things that I know. So I'm going to try to minimalize that as much as I can to keep it YouTube friendly and to keep everything good standing. So let's get started. I'm going to go by it really quick because I do need to sleep early. So let's get started. For the day, for yesterday, I slept at 4 a.m. I got up at 7:45, and I did the usual, which was to use the restroom, make the rice, make the coffee. I also wrote and read messages with my Hmoob friends on Facebook. Unfortunately, I haven't been in a great mood and my messages were not encouraging, and I noticed that the friends noticed, and some of them were making sad faces and were writing a little bit sad messages, and I found that interesting because, yeah, I mean, the messages that I wrote, it wasn't that bad. Like for yesterday's message, I wrote, "Today is another day for a second chance." And I just left it like that. And I guess most of them are women, so I guess when they saw that, they're like, something's not right, kind of thing. Anyways, let's move forward. So work, I put 9 trips, made $80. Wow, I thought Sunday was Labor Day, but it turns out Monday was Labor Day. But the cool thing is, I think they partied on Saturday and they kind of chillaxed or relaxed on Monday, because I got a lot of 9 deliveries, and I made $80. So that was pretty good. Well, the trips were kind of far, but I just took it anyways because it's better than sitting and waiting. So even though it was high mileage, I was like, you know what? I need the money because I got bills to come up. So I shouldn't think about the mileage. I need the money first. So yeah, $80. That's great. I haven't seen that amount in a long time. And for the Hmong, I didn't study in the morning. As you can see, I did study for 46 minutes. That was before I took the shower, and I was thinking, man, I can't go to the 20-minute video and say I didn't study the Hmong because I said I was going to study the Hmong, so I better do that. So I took time out and I just studied the Hmong. And the quality was okay. I mean, it wasn't great, but I think I still need some time to get used to it again because, man, I did take a break from studying Hmong for a long time. And okay, let's get back to the list. I do want to say the snacks, I made it for those that watched my previous video. It's the jackfruit seeds. So I boiled them. I boiled the eggs and then I tossed the seeds while I boiled the eggs. So I had room temperature water and I put the eggs in, then I put the seeds in, and I put on maximum fire for about 15 minutes when the eggs were boiling. Then I let it cool down for about a minute or two, and then I would put it in cold water for about like a minute, and then I'll pull it out and I'll dry the eggs. put it in the bag. Once it's cooled down in the morning, I'll put it in the fridge so there won't be condensation inside the fridge. Same thing for the seeds. And man, I ate a lot of the seeds. I probably ate like a handful of it. So I'm gonna eat tomorrow morning another handful, then another handful for the next day. And they are super tasty. If you like eating peanuts, it's the same thing as eating, well, not really. It's more, it kind of reminds me of a chestnut, like the texture, the hardness, the texture. But it tastes like a sweet potato, like a yam. And it's very good. I like it. In a way, it's kind of like a chestnut. So, a boiled chestnut. So, yeah, tasty, very tasty. I recommend it. And let me bring back to the list. So we got the snacks out of the way. I put elyajvlogs stuff. Elyajvlogs means buy, ja means more stuff, more stuff. I wrote hygienes and more gear. So yeah, I mean, I ran out of body wash and I need to get more. So I'm gonna buy a body wash that has castile oil. Supposedly it's much better for the body because the ones I'm using, they have a lot of chemicals, and I realize I think some of them may be destructing the hormone and don't want to do that. So the one I found on Amazon, which once I get it I'll show it, it has castile oil and other natural essential oils, and we'll get that. I prefer getting African soap, but I don't know if they're real or not on Amazon. So yeah, I need to find a place that sells the real deal, because I heard a lot of beautiful stuff coming from African soap, but made from the OG African people. So I need to find out how to get it, the OG stuff, because I heard it heals up acne, because I have acne all over my back and everything, and other, I think, rash. And from what I heard is that African soap does miracle. But for the time being, I'm going to use the castile oil. So that's the hygiene part. And then I put more gear. So my Stream Deck, which I got, awesome, but it is taking space on the desk, and plus I can't put it in the bag with me because it's like a V shape like this. And I was thinking about making something custom, build a bracket, but then I would have to modify the actual product, and I don't want to do that. But fortunately, I saw on Etsy people were selling stuff. They're hand making and selling stuff. I guess I was thinking about, man, I really want to do the 3D printing too, because I could make so many cool gadgets for vlogging and for computer stuff. I always have ideas in my head. It's constant ideas. But man, I really need help. I realize the Father of Heaven is right. I cannot do it alone. I want to need some other people's talent to get things moving, get things started. But anyways, I saw someone selling a bracket, so I don't have to use the V part anymore. Good thing is it could be removed, so I could remove the back piece and I could put a plate. And that plate I could attach it with my other stuff, like on the tripod, because I could put everything onto one tripod and it'll save a lot of space on the desk, and plus it'll be much easier for me to carry. So all the thing I have now, before I used to have a studio setup, but when the tooth said the house was going to be sold, I'm converting everything of my stuff into a mobile setup. So like, for example, I'm not living here and I have to be in the car. I could just set everything up in the car and boom, make a quick video, upload it, that's it. Because gotta make things easier and more swift and minimalize and keep it streamlined. What's the word for it? I'm trying to find. Be efficient as possible. So yeah, I found some stuff, but it's kind of pricey, so I'm kind of debating. But the cool thing is I don't need it now, but the bad thing is I saw that it's having a sale. I don't know if that sale will go away or not, because I realized some stuff that I try to get when they have on sale, it's a great deal, and I would think, they're probably doing it as a gimmick, and I never saw that sale again. And it went at full price for years and years, and still haven't seen a sale. So yeah, but then there are other times where like there's a gimmick, like for example, I probably shouldn't say the company name. They always have a sale, and then they would have like a week's worth no sale, but then again they'll have even a bigger sale than the previous. So that's why the sale thing, I'm kind of up in airs, because I don't know if it's the real deal or if it's just a gimmick. But it's on Etsy, and I think these are like real people, so I'm thinking it might be a temporary sale, so I'm not sure. But I'm still thinking about it, but once I make a decision, I will bring it up. Alright, we are 11 minutes in, so we're getting through this quickly. So the last one, why not a regular job? And I'm thankful for that question, because it is a good question, and I have talked about it in my other videos, but I don't think I put it on the title, so no one would know. So on this one, at least I could put it on the title, and then anyone has a question, then they could search it up. Why not a regular job? Because no one's hiring me. Just as it is, no one is hiring. I applied to Costco, Walmart, fast food joints, you name it, Target, you name it. I've been on like the other jobs, doing just trying to get any job, literally. And people, they'll say, oh, you're overqualified. It's like, dude, please don't say that. If I'm overqualified, fine, take me. You can pay me the lowest amount, I don't care. I just need a job, please. Of course, no callback, even though follow up, no callback. And man, I remember sending what is it, like from 10 to 15 applications a day on all sorts of job platform, all sorts, Monster, I think there's like LinkedIn too. I have a like profile set up and everything. Indeed, a couple other stuff there, because there are a few of them out there. I also went to temp agency. Temp agency is like temporary work where people will look for jobs for you, wait, get no callbacks, and it was bad. And when I went to the temp agency, I went for everything. They're like, what are you looking for? I was like, anything. It could be labor, it could be office job. I could do anything. I've done all of those, but still nothing. And yeah, that's why I don't have a regular job. I think it's also because of the Father of Heaven, because he gave me a warning, I think since 2015, 2016, around that time. I realized it was really hard to find a job, really hard. Everything I just said pretty much happened back then for me too. Very hard to find a job, and out of like hundreds and hundreds of applications I send up, I will get one call back, or sometimes even one or two interviews, but then nothing would move on from there. So it was bad, and I think the Father of Heaven was letting me know before 2015, like way early in that. I think probably 2010 or even before that, he was letting me know you can't work for people. You need to start planting seeds, and whatever I pick, focus on taking care of that. Whatever I don't pick, it won't grow, just let it go. But I have not done that. I was so indoctrinated, because we are all, for those that are born in America, we are all indoctrinated into the system, because we're taught to rememorize things and work for somebody. If we make a mistake, that's terrible. Don't make mistakes. Everything has to be right so that we can work for somebody. And that's not the way it goes, because if you read biographies of like the highly successful people, they make mistakes. A lot of it. And they're not afraid, because they were not indoctrinated. And yeah, so he gave me the warning. The Father of Heaven gave me the warnings. Hey, you know, you better start planting them seeds, meaning whatever skills. I have skills. I like to create things, make life easier for others, making gadgets, streamline things, just things to make it more efficient, not just in things, but also in thought process and health and whatever it is to make our lives better. That's the stuff I like to do. Whatever could save people time, that's what I like to do. And I should have done that, because I remember I had made like health juice, meals. I mean, I had like for working out, I had a little plan and everything. I also tried to get into like car cleaning, like methods how to clean the car, what tools to use, all sorts of things just to make everything efficient. And I forgot also for, I don't know, I was like dabbling in all sorts of places, but I never gave it full attention as an actual job. I just treated it as a hobby for fun, and that was a big mistake. A big mistake, because I was, like I said, indoctrinated. I was focused on working for others, not focusing on working for the Father of Heaven, planting the seeds as He commanded me. I kind of thought it was in my head in a way, and that's a terrible thing. Like, it's probably just me. But yeah, alright, we're 16 minutes in, so that's why I don't have a job, a regular job, is because the Father of Heaven does not want me to have a regular job. He makes it exceedingly difficult. So far, there's really nothing, so I have to come up with a plan to make a job. And funny thing is, I don't know if it's funny or not, I remember people asking me, hey, can I work for you? And I'm thinking to myself, dude, how do you know if I'm like an owner or someone that could hire somebody? It's like, no, you look like you could hire somebody, so that's why I asked you, is there something I could do? Can I work for you? I could do very good this and that, this and this and that. There was a couple people that asked, and I was thinking, man, because the Father in Heaven in Scripture, it says, how do you know if He's really talking? He sends witnesses. That's how we know that He's really He's talking to us, and it's not in our heads. So I got witnesses that came asking for a job. So man, I gotta figure something out, because Matt, that was like what, 2015? My goodness, it's like 2025. How long is that? 10 years? 10 years of not finding something to do. I wasn't planting seed. I was just so focused on looking for a job, working for people, when I'm supposed to be serving people. That should have been my job. What can I do to make life easier for them, and how can I profit out of it, kind of thing. So yeah, that is all I have for this video. Got 2 minutes in. I guess I'm not going to make the 20-minute video. I do apologize, because yeah, the first video I made, the first take, it was too detailed of the things that are going on, and I should not do that, because I probably should say that either. Alright, that is all I have for this video. I do want to say thank you to all those that watched the video all the way through. If you are new and enjoy the content, please consider helping me out with a like, a comment, a share, and if you're not subscribed, to subscribe. It really helps me out and encourages me too. And to my returning viewers, thank you so much for your support. I'm very grateful. Thank you. And that is all I have for this video. I forgot, I wrote down the habits and urgency. I guess this can be a 20-minute video. So I wrote down meditation, gratitude, and I also wrote down Galu Mong, means to study Mong. So I'm going to try to do this right when I get up, after I do the usual, making the breakfast, the coffee, messaging with the friends on Facebook. After that, I probably should do these two, The meditation, I probably do start small, maybe 5 minutes, because before I did 15 minutes, but the quality was not good. So I'm thinking start small and then build my way up. And then the Hmong, I'll probably start small, just 30 minutes a day. Then once I get the hang of it, probably both of them, I would start increasing the time limit on those. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for tagging along. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please help me out with the like, the comments, and for those that are not subscribed, to subscribe. Until the next, the Most High willing. Hallelujah and Sinji Dua.